Hour number 3, Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game, live at Chiefs on Broadway for the SEC tournament going on in Bridgestone Arena. Predators will be back in action tonight. It's a late one on the West Coast against the Vancouver Canucks. I'll have pregame for you at 8. The puck drop just after 9 here on 102.5 The Game. And to talk more about that in the NHL, we say hello to Greg Wyshynski from ESPN, senior NHL writer for them. Presented by Old National Bank. Get old. Greg, what's going on? How you doing?
I hope people stay up because these are playoff games, baby. We are in the hunt again. It's according to Money Puck, a 28% chance the Predators make the playoffs. So now every game counts, don't they?
Well, and especially the other night. If they lose the other night, I think it's over. But they win the other night against Seattle, down 2-0. And I know the players are like tired of hearing the joke, but until they do something about it, they're going to have to hear it. And that is, should they just start every game down 2-0? Because it's the craziest thing, man. We talked to Philip Forsberg yesterday, and the tone in his voice changed, but it's just like they can't figure it out. This is how it's been pretty much all this year.
I mean, sometimes you just have these teams that have to feel their backs against the wall before they really start, bringing the A game, and it's inexplicable. And listen, I'm not going to pretend to be able to get into the mind of an athlete. You've seen me. It's just the way it goes sometimes for these teams. But, hey, the bottom line is that they find a way to rally more often than not and again, have put themselves in a position in a Western Conference race that maybe only has one spot open, but still it's a spot open, and they're still have a decent shot of getting it.
What does it say, though, about this, I'll use the word gaggle of teams like Seattle, the Kings, the Sharks, the Preds, maybe even throw the Jets in there too, but that are all bunched up together that, are good, but they're not playing great as of late, and yet all have a chance to get into the playoffs. I mean, what does it say about the West right now?
It says there's 7 good teams. That's kind of what it says. I mean, literally, like if you look at the Western Conference, I mean, the Ducks are the anomaly because they're a young team that has never really figured out how to defend correctly, but their offense has been so good that it's carried them. But, the other 6 playoff teams are all well into the green on goal differential, and then everybody from the second wild card down is in the red, including the Predators, who are a minus 27 at last check in goal differential. So, I mean, it works out this way sometimes where you don't have a bunch of really good teams jockeying for the last playoff spot. But you have a lot of interesting teams. I mean, I think the Preds, for me, are kind of in the same league as the Sharks in wanting to get in to give some of the young players this really extremely valuable playoff experience and push it forward. And then I think you have teams like Seattle, the Kings, and the Jets, rather, who are in a different boat, which is veteran-laden teams that are doing everything they can to just try to get in and then see what happens when you get in.
Greg Wyshynski is with us. But when you look at Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, and I understand that Anaheim is 8-2-0 in their last 10 and has 75 points, I just feel like it's Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, and then everybody else. And maybe Vegas gets something going, but I just feel like those 3 are the teams right now.
That might be the case for the rest of the league.
Yeah, right.
It's entirely possible the 3 best teams in the league are all in the same division, and they're all going to have to play each other in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. I happened to see, just before I hopped on, that Bill Guerin, the GM of the Minnesota Wild, kind of voiced some displeasure with the current playoff format, which, if you're the Minnesota Wild, you're definitely feeling that way this season. But yeah, it's crazy to think, that's the way it's played out. And that's what's kind of made it really interesting in the Eastern Conference writ large and then in the Western Conference and the Pacific Division is this idea that there's opportunity. I mean, like you said, if you don't really believe that Anaheim is any good, that's got to be pretty encouraging if you're the Utah Mammoths and you know that there's a chance you're going to play them in the first round. And then in the Eastern Conference with Florida being out of the money playoff-wise this year, it really does open the door for everybody, including the miracle Buffalo Sabres, who could go from breaking the longest playoff drought in the NHL to maybe even playing for the Cup this year based on what the rest of the conference looks like.
Greg, we talked to Philip Forsberg yesterday about the new guys coming up and, how they're performing and better, are they nervous? And he's like, you know what, they probably they don't know not to be nervous, right? They're just out, they don't know any better, get out there and play. And I asked that by saying, what if, our default is naturally the negative, right? Oh, the Preds traded away, they're done this year. But what if this works, Greg? What if they do make the playoffs? What if it turns out better than we even imagined? What does that say about what Barry Trotz, I know it's a hypothetical, but everything that's going on, what does it say about this team and these guys if they do run the table and make the playoffs?
Well, I mean, there'll be a certain validation of the team that Barry put together, but I think overall he can maybe pound his chest on the idea that, the reason that he managed the trade deadline the way in which he did is he felt that those young players needed to have some of those veteran guys around. Now, I wasn't exactly a fan of some of that thinking. I think if you have a chance to turn Eric Walla, for example, into some sort of an asset at the trade deadline, you pretty well should do it. But I understand the logic of, well, look at what we have in the center spot. We need to keep these guys around. So if they do make the playoff cut and make the franchise some coin and extra playoff revenue, I think there is a certain amount of validation to the approach that Barry took. But, that's the short-term thinking, right? Like long-term thinking, I still think it probably would have been better for them to dig a little bit deeper into the roster at the trade deadline than they did.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of consternation here about doing this and doing that. Vancouver tonight, they got 2 more on the road after tonight's game. Is it good that these young guys are, away from Nashville on the road? Because, again, they don't know any better, right?
Well, seeing how many road games they had before the end of the season, I hope they're okay being away from Nashville. They've got they're going to make the playoff. It's going to be on the road pretty much, it looks like. No, I mean, it's a good question. I mean, obviously on the road, there's a certain amount of bonding and focus that comes with being away from home and distractions and things like that. And sometimes that can help a team find itself. But, for me, it's kind of like just you've got to maximize the chances you have against the teams that are right around you. That's why, as we mentioned earlier, the win at Seattle is so big. They've got a game in Winnipeg coming up, and they got Seattle again at home. I mean, these are the games you really have to take care of business on because they're the games where you can most greatly impact your own playoff situation.
Hey, at least they're not the Toronto Maple Leafs, right?
Well, there's a lot of teams that are in the Leafs position. I mean, the Leafs are a disaster. Florida, I think, knew that they were going to struggle based on not having Barkov, but probably thought they'd be a little bit closer to the playoff bubble than they are. The Rangers are writing letters to their fans about rebuilding, and there's a few other teams that I think have had sort of disastrous seasons. But I mean, I'm here for all the thinking about the Predators. I'm here for the thinking that they should have been a bit more aggressive in setting up the next general manager. I'm here for the idea that you get more value out of these young players getting playoff experience. I don't know if there's a wrong answer, to be honest with you, based on what Barry was dealing with. And he chose the path he chose.
Greg Wyshynski is with us. I never thought I would ask the question that I'm about to ask, but do you truly think the Buffalo Sabres are good enough to win the East?
Yeah, I do, man. They're the game they had against Tampa earlier this week was a real litmus test, and they passed it. They took the hardest punch Tampa could deliver, both physically and on the scoreboard, and they weathered it and played great. They're a wagon right now. They're getting great goaltending. They're getting outstanding offensive performances throughout the entire lineup. They have a level of belief, and I've talked to some people that have made the comparison to the St. Louis Blues team that ended up winning the Cup that year, where they hire Berube, they get the crazy run from Binnington, and while I'm not willing to go quite that far, I do think there's something to be said for a team that kind of finds itself in the season, and I think that's what's happened with Buffalo. Like, there were times during the season where it did not look like things would go the way they've gone for Buffalo, but then they kind of just found their groove in December. It's the first time, I think, in franchise history they've had winning streaks of 8 games or more in the same season, and sometimes teams just find that next level within the season, and that could be what's happening for Buffalo. And again, does Carolina blow you away? They're really good, but they've yet to show they can get out of the conference. They've beaten the Lightning twice in the last week. There's no reason to believe that the Sabres can't be the one that gets out of the East this year.
He is Greg Wyshynski from ESPN, senior NHL writer for them. Greg, always appreciate it, and we will talk to you next week.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
Greg Wyshynski, presented by Old National Bank. Get old, as he joins us every Thursday at 2 here on Chasing Big Joe. Tennessee getting warmed up as they're going to take on Auburn. Coming up at about 2:25 is when they're scheduled to tip that one off.
Greg's probably like, done with that. Those hillbillies for another week, man. Especially that one guy. Like I told you, I mean, I come at this from a fan perspective,
Sure.
and I think it's great. I'll never.
You don't have to justify it. Like I think you do a
Right.
good job.
I don't do a terrible job. I just like I love the Nashville Predators. I
Yeah.
have. I mean,
Sure.
I never bought season tickets to the Titans. I have to the Predators. I just think that was fun to get into. Watch that team kind of grow up, man, before our eyes here. And it was a lot of fun. And I would love to see them make a run and get to the playoffs.
As would I.
And, dude, what if it turns out better than you possibly imagined? What if it turns out
It'd
better?
be awesome.
Right?
It would be fantastic. I mean, Philip Forsberg said it yesterday of like, obviously we want the Titans to do well just like they want us to do well. Yeah. And it's like immediately I go, what if they both just do something nobody expects and do something special this year? Like, that'd be fun.
Every team catches fire. Why can't it be the Preds or the Titans that do that? But we'll see. Win tonight, knock off Vancouver, and then go. They're a point out, right, of the playoff?
Yep.
Point out. It's crazy, man. So
Indeed they are. We'll come back with more here on hour number 3 live at Chiefs on Broadway. And again, want to remind you that all of our SEC basketball tournament coverage is presented by Thompson Machinery, City Auto of Murfreesboro. Visit cityautomitsubishi.com. Maple Street Biscuit Company, wake up to wow, volunteer hose and gasket. Crown Royal, live generously, and life will treat you royally. And Metro Nashville Police Department, learn more at joinmnpd.com. Chasing Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. Big Joe, 102.5 The Game here on this Thursday at Chiefs on Broadway as the SEC tournament is going on right now. And we mentioned that one of our proud sponsors of our tournament coverage, Metro Nashville Police Department. And to talk a little bit more about that, Sergeant James, and I hope I'm saying this right, Vivrent? Vivrent. Okay, I wasn't even close.
We've practiced for 30 minutes on that. We never got it correct.
Sergeant Vivrent is here with us.
Vivrent from the Nashville Metro Police Department, and talking about recruiting for folks that are listening that are interested in joining the force, how they can all do that. JoinMNPD.com is where you can learn more, but I know you're always looking for new officers.
We're always looking for new officers, fresh faces, someone that's either local or wants to move to Nashville and become a part of our department.
And you were just telling us you have been on the force for 26 years?
26 years.
Well, thank you for your service. We appreciate it. I am like one of those people that yesterday, with all the rain and everything, I'm watching these guys and girls out there directing traffic, and people are yelling at them, and they're, just trying to keep people safe. And I try to go out and go, thank you. I know it's not always glamorous, but thank you.
Around the Nashville area, it's so encouraging, the amount of people that come up to you in any kind of day's time and says just says thank you. And it means, just for us, it means the world.
Chase is trying to get out of a ticket.
No, I'm not.
He got it for texting. So we're not going to talk about it, sir, on the show.
It happens
after the show. What made you want to be an officer?
I'm like most. I didn't start off wanting to be the police. There are some that it's a lifelong ambition or a family trait along that. I started off something completely different in school. Kind of was doing something or hearing something just like this. I was like, I'll go back to school, finish out a degree. And then I saw Metro Police now hiring. And I was like, hey, I can do that. Work midnights, go to school during the day. And 26 years later, there we are.
Yeah, I love that. All right, so we talk about joining, if you'd be the police officer for Metro Nashville Police Department, and there are one of 3 ways, correct, that you can do this now that qualify?
There is. You have to be a minimum of 21 years of age. You can qualify with a high school education and 3 years of work experience, honorable military service, or 60 credit hours of college with a 2.0 or better.
Do you have to run the mile in 5 minutes? Because if so, I'm out.
We have part of our civil service test, once you have put in your application, is a written portion, and then there's a PT portion. And one of the 4 events is actually a 1.5 mile run that you have to do in 17:17, which we are doing tonight, actually.
Oh, nice. Okay. And there, when you go through this process, like you may have somebody come in of like, you know, hey, I want to be, you know, on Vice, or I want to be traffic. I mean, do you find the right part, you know, the right department for someone as you go through the whole process?
That kind of is involved in you. When you come on to the department, you know, you always might have wanted to do canine, SWAT, or something like that. Your ambition is the only thing that's holding you back. We have over 50 specialized units. So it's one of those, you find your niche and go for it.
Yeah. What do you find to be the most popular, I guess, what most people, everybody want to be a detective? Like, how does it?
You know, a lot of the younger kids want to do forensics. They see a lot of that. You know, they talk about, you know, having the body farm, you know, up in Knoxville and stuff like that. But honestly, probably canine and SWAT is always the you know, hot topic and everything. And once you come on, there's a mandatory, I don't want to say mandatory, but there's generally a 3-year waiting period before you're allowed to apply to one of those special units.
Right.
But after that, sky's the limit.
Sergeant James Vivrant.
Vibrant.
God dang it. I've already failed the test.
If you put a little Southernese into it, Vibrant.
Yeah,
Vibrant.
James
There you go,
Vibrant right there.
There you go.
Perfect.
Are you hiring for a Facebook detective? Because if so, I'm your guy.
You know, we do have special detectives that deal with computers, whether it's fraud or anything along those lines. We do have specialized units for that.
So, I mean, it's just not being an officer, hitting the streets, which is fine if you want to, but I think a lot of people now, because of the interest in, you know, with cop shows and all this stuff that goes on, people are genuinely interested in what you do now. I want to be a part of this.
It is, and it's very exciting, especially as a recruiter. You talk to people, young people looking for, you know, that fresh start, you know, that, or someone looking for a second career or anything like that. So it's always very exciting to, you know, talk shop with them and to kind of explain some of the benefits, the pay, everything like that.
I saw you guys put out an Instagram post not too long ago. I saw an officer that joined at 45 years old. Is that right? Did I see that right? I mean, is there a limit?
No. I've got an age minimum, but I don't have an age maximum.
Okay.
So,
talk to me now, sir. I like this.
Again, you got to be a minimum of 21 years of age before you start the academy. You can be 20 when you apply, but by the time the academy starts, you have to be 21. And then again, I have no age maximum. I've had people in their 60s apply.
Love it.
Now, so it just all depends. Again, it's up to you. I know people that have kept themselves, you know, very astute mentally, physically. They can get out there and still hang with the kids, and so there you have it.
JoinMNPD.com. Look, sir, I'd join the academy and become an officer just so I can go 3 doors down in my neighborhood and tell my very annoying neighbor to shut up and flash the badge. That's a reason to get on the force? That's not a reason, is it?
No, I would say no.
Well, I'll say this. We do have a take-home car program. So, you know, once you graduate the academy and a vehicle is available and assigned to you, you can drive that home. So with that comes some perks.
Chief Drake would fire me in an hour. I would be harassing people like Chief Drake, but no, we don't need you. I was like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, Don Aaron would be giving statements on your behalf. So.
Yeah, do you still, when you 26 years later today, put the uniform on, little butterfly, little?
What I'm wearing right now is what I wear daily and is what I wore when I was patrolling. So I still wear exactly what I did, 26 years ago. I still enjoy it. I still enjoy putting on the uniform. I still enjoy getting out and helping people. and like I said earlier, we get those people that come up and say thank you to me all the time.
Yeah.
That's always that little recharge and everything else. So 26 years later, I'm still loving it and still enjoying it.
I love it.
Very cool. Again, joinmnpd.com is where you can go if you're interested. Sergeant, thanks so much for doing this and being down here.
Guys, thank you so much for having me. This is a pleasure.
Chase, say his last name again.
Vivret.
Southern Ease now. Put a little Southern.
Vivret?
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
You're the best. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Sergeant. We'll have more coming.
Guys,
Chasing
thank
Big Joe, 102.5 The Game. It's been all Eric Church today because we're live at Chiefs on Broadway. SEC tournament going on. Tennessee and Auburn have tipped off about 5 minutes in almost. Tennessee up 7-5 on the Auburn Tigers. So we had the Missouri Tigers earlier, now the Auburn Tigers.
LSU Tigers got beat.
LSU Tigers.
Did they win last night or did they get beat?
I think they lost. Now the Vols are in action. The Basket Vols over at Bridgestone Arena. In fact, you know what, Dr. Crane? It might be time for another scoreboard update because we haven't done this in a few minutes. It is all driven by Toyota. I lost my thing.
Lost your train of thought, buddy.
It is driven by Toyota. Let's go places. And here's what we got right now. In the MAC, towards the end of this one, Toledo leads Bowling Green, 75-74, 24 seconds left. That one coming down to the wire. In the SWAC.
Hold on, real quick. Miami of Ohio was beaten in the MAC tournament earlier today by UMass, 87-83. Miami of Ohio was 31-0. The fifth men's Division I program this century to go undefeated during the regular season. They got beat by UMass in the first game of the MAC.
Yes, they did. That is interesting. Arizona up big on UCF, 22-8 in the Big 12 tournament in the first half. End of the first half, Wisconsin leading Washington 42-33 in the Big 10. Miami is up on Louisville, 32-30 in the first half in the ACC. I mentioned Tennessee and Auburn. Tennessee leads 7-6 early in that one. 10 seconds left in the MAC between Toledo and Bowling Green, and Toledo hits a free throw up 76-74. In the SWAC, Alabama A&M trails Texas Southern 47-45, 9:39 to go in the second half. Over in the A-10, George Mason leading St. Bonaventure 44-38, 13:57 left in the second half. At the half, Seton Hall up on Creighton 33-26 in the Big East. Some other games still going on. Utah State leads UNLV out west in the Mountain West, 7:57 to go in the first, 18-16 the score there. And, you mentioned that earlier. Miami of Ohio losing earlier today to go now 31-1 as they lose to UMass 87-83.
Do they get in?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
they
right.
should.
I
don't know if they would. I don't know.
I mean, you're 31-0. I mean, but they have no quad 1, quad 2, quad 3 wins.
See, and I don't get all that stuff. Willie could probably explain that
So
better.
I say no, Red Hawks. You should have won.
Yeah, they might be bound for the NIT.
Bound for NIT. You ever been bound anywhere? Hey-o.
It's a family show, man.
That's what she said.
With all that, no, I think it's fun. And, of course, next Thursday and Friday is probably the two best sports days of the year, the first round of the NCAA basketball tournament. A lot of fun. We got basketball all weekend, which is cool.
Oh, yeah. It's here. The madness is here. I guess I'm still, and I probably go through this every year, but I'm still like, it's March. Like, we're almost halfway through March.
Good. You know how I feel about January and February.
Yeah, I know.
I loathe January and February. So when this tournament rolls through Nashville, I know spring is here. Everybody feels better. People are out on the patios, happy hours, having a good time. I sunshine and warm weather, man.
I'm gonna laugh tonight if the Titans are like, y'all thought we were doing uniforms? We're just having a pizza party.
Oh, pizza sounds good right now, too. I'll take that.
But yes, it is. What time does it get going tonight? Like 7?
I could be over there at 6:30, and then sometime after that it happens. So I'm excited to see what happens. I'm sure they'll. I wonder if Jelly Roll shows up tonight.
I could see that. Yeah, him unveiling one.
Right.
You just be honest. They're going to have you wear one, aren't they?
They have 75.
Okay.
Go out and do that. They'll be like, "Oh, look at this!
Yeah.
Brad Schmidt is going to be here tonight."
And you're going to walk out, and they're going to be like, "This is not what our uniform is going to look like at all."
For all that goes on. Now it should be a fun night. You know what? It's a big day for
Yeah.
if you're for the NFL, for Tennessee Titans fans. It's not every day your franchise undergoes a complete logo change. New helmets, everything. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, I drove by both stadiums yesterday, and they have, I was looking at the current Nissan Stadium. I'm like, how much stuff are they going to have to change for 1 year? And I wonder, is there going to be a transition period where we'll get, it's like, hey, we're not going to change this because we're going to tear it down in a year. Or
remember, as I told you earlier about free agency, ain't my money.
Yeah, true. That is true. What if they also, as a part of this, announce a throwback? And so you get the old two-tone blue, that's the throwback.
Yeah, I mean, I need to see y'all. I want to see it till I react to it because I don't get my hopes up and there's nothing over there that shows me anything. So we'll wait and see what happens.
Yeah, but I mean, I think newer fans probably wouldn't like that, but I wouldn't have a problem. If they announced, the light blue, the white, maybe a dark blue third, whatever this rivalry thing is, and then, oh, by the way, we're going to do one game that's a throwback to 99.
Right.
And it's the two-tone blue.
Remember when it would be like they would unveil it and then sports seasons would have it? Do you think a local sports store has that tonight?
So I wondered that because I was sitting here earlier I am shocked there's not a picture of jerseys in a box yet.
Right.
Because we had that happened before.
Yep.
And with AI, it's kind of hard to sometimes to, right away check. But I guess.
I would think so. You're right.
But the thing is, I don't think sports seasons is around anymore. I mean, does Dick's Sporting Goods get it or
Family Show? Maybe.
Does a Richard Sporting Goods get it?
Well, all right. I don't. It's a great question, man. They got to have. Well, will they have them for sale tonight?
I don't know.
After the unveil,
because Fanatics pretty much controls everything now. So, that's a great question.
I mean, if that hat comes out, I like the hat.
Yeah.
What I've seen, if that is the mock-up of the hat, I'll dig that with the T and the TriStar. Folks, you cannot copyright a state flag. You can do whatever you want to with the TriStar.
Yeah, right. So, and the TriStar looks awesome.
Yeah, if that's what it's going to be tonight, I've got no problem with it. I don't know. I thought that was a red helmet that was up there. It was just the angle of the computer, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not a fan of the white helmets, but nobody asked me.
I got tired of it for a while, but I think I like it better than the blue.
Okay, maybe the one was black helmet with the what is that? Is that Cam
blue?
Up?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. We'll see tonight. We'll have all reactions. I mean, social media night will be flooded with all that.
The baby blue does pop, though.
Just embrace. Bud wanted some of those older colors. Let him have them. And coming back.
Right. So we'll see. We'll react to all of it tomorrow, and what may or may not happen.
What may or may not happen.
Tennessee trails Auburn 10-7 as actually make that 12-7 over at the SEC tournament. 14 minutes and change left in the first half. So Tennessee trying to get into a rhythm and get things going.
We heading over there after this?
Yeah, I figured we would.
By the way, they had steak yesterday from the media.
It was good.
So,
are you going to bring your umbrella this time and get us in trouble? Or you're going to leave that?
The lady yesterday was like, "Is this your fourth trip back up here?" And I was like, "No, I think it's my sixth, but thanks."
In the second quarter, the Lady Blue Raiders trail Missouri State 33-21.
Ooh.
So approaching halftime in the Conference USA quarterfinal in the women's tournament.
And the men play at what time?
5:30.
5:30.
And you can hear that on Totally Hits 93.3.
Who are they playing tonight?
They are playing
I should know
a
this.
team at a Conference USA.
That probably has played them before.
That they've probably seen before. It's on the Unathletic. You can go there and subscribe, and you can find out more about Louisiana Tech.
Yeah. Louisiana Tech. That's the Bulldogs.
How dare you not know who the – sorry.
Louisiana Tech, yeah. I'm about to say the Raging Cajun, but that's not them.
Well, I almost said Missouri State, and I'm like, wait, no, that's who the women are playing. So I got confused there for a second. But we will come back with everybody's favorite. What day is it? And celebrity birthdays. Again, we're live at Chiefs on Broadway for the SEC tournament here on 102.5 The Game. Chase and Big Joe, 102.5 The Game on this Thursday, live at Chiefs on Broadway. We'll be at T-Line over in West Nashville tomorrow. So
T-Line.
looking forward to that, and appreciate them for having us here today. It's been fun being out on Broadway the last couple of days. Joe loves being on Broadway.
And let the authorities know that the Chase and Big Joe show will be making their way up Broadway to Bridgestone Arena to attend the
Yeah, where'd our sergeant go? We need an escort so we can get up there because the autograph seekers are trying to get the Big Joe.
Right?
I know.
Just every time. So we'll take the secret tunnel up to Bridgestone Arena.
Especially those that love What Day Is It and celebrity birthdays. By the way, Auburn leads Tennessee 18-11, 11-13 to go in the first half.
Okay, first on the list is Girl Scout Day. So the Girl Scout cookie season is underway, I think, or it's wrapping up.
It's been underway.
Is it? Lord.
National Baked Scallops Day. I'll pass. National Milky Way Day. National Alfred Hitchcock Day is today.
Ooh, that's good.
National Plant a Flower Day. We are in that spring season. National Working Moms Day. Shout out to the moms. World Day Against Cyber Censorship. So there's that. World Kidney Day. Make sure you drink your juices. And Popcorn Lovers Day is today.
Do love some popcorn. Great job, Dr. Crane. Well done.
Dr. Crane, what's your favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie?
The one that you like.
Yeah, you don't know, do you? What's the one with Cary Grant? He's getting chased. Oh, my goodness. I should know this movie. He's at Mount Rushmore.
The Birds?
No. It's not Dial In for Murder.
Psycho is my favorite one.
Well, I mean, that's a kind of an autobiography of you. So it's good.
Wow. Thanks.
All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Chase, you went first yesterday, so Dr. Crane, you go first today. Dr. Crane, I need you to get this birthday correct because this is my guy. All right, you ready?
Yes.
How old is Dale Murphy?
63.
Dale Murphy, who should be in the Hall of Fame,
We're going to be started.
is 70 years old.
70 exactly. Thank you.
Happy birthday to the Braves legend, the Murph.
Chase McCabe, how old is Darryl Strawberry today? Darryl Strawberry. How old is Darryl Strawberry today?
64.
62.
64 exactly. Chase up 4-0. Dr. Crane, how old is Steve Levy from ESPN? Announcer, hockey guy, broadcaster, Steve Levy.
56.
I'm going to say Levy's 60.
61. Chase is up 5-0. Chase, how old is former San Francisco 49er? Merton Hanks.
67.
72.
58. Dr. Crane, how old is one of my favorite basketball players of all time? Isaiah Ryder.
70.
58.
55. Chaser, how old is Ryo Mondesi, former Dodger baseball player?
58.
63.
55. Dr. Crane, how old is Casey Mears?
44.
Casey Mears is 48.
48 exactly. Chase is up 7-0. Chaser, how old is former Marshall County High School linebacker, University of Alabama linebacker, New England Patriots Super Bowl champion Dante Hightower.
Dante Hightower is 40.
39.
36. Dr. Crane, you better get this one. How old is Liza Minnelli?
72.
Liza Minnelli is 77.
She's 80. Chaser, how old is James Taylor? Baby James. How old is James Taylor?
82.
79.
78. Dr. Crane's on the board. It's 7-1. Dr. Crane, how old is actor Aaron Eckhart from all 8,000 whatever is falling movies?
58.
52.
58 exactly.
Wow,
7-3. All right, lightning round. Here we go. Chaser, Dr. Crane, how old is Marlon Jackson of the Jackson 5?
67.
71.
69. That's a push.
Nice.
Chaser, how old is actor Courtney B. Vance? I think he did Johnny Cochran in the Elvis. Not Elvis. Good Lord.
OJ.
OJ. God. Courtney B. Vance.
By the way, Derek Mason looking dapper today.
I know.
Very dapper. I'm going to say he's 68.
62.
66. Chaser's up 8-2. Dr. Crane, how old is?
Oh, it was 8-3.
8-3. My bad. Yeah. You worry about over there, Dr. Crane. Hank Williams Sr.'s granddaughter, Holly Williams. Today's her birthday. How old is Holly Williams?
47.
57.
45. It's 8-4. Chaser, how old is actor Tyler Patrick Jones? He's in The Ghost Whisperer. He's very funny. Tyler Patrick Jones.
47.
51.
32. And our last birthday, Dr. Crane, how old is the bass player for Iron Maiden, Steve Harris? How old is Steve Harris of Iron Maiden?
53.
72.
He is 70. Chase wins 8-4. Good job, Chaser.
9-4.
9-4. Yeah. 5-9. Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
Look, public school guy here. I don't know.
That's all right.
Derek Mason does look good. Were you in court today?
Yeah. I was about to say, he looks like he's representing someone.
Yeah, Derek Mason, attorney at law.
Looking good. Our thanks to Chiefs on Broadway for having us.
Do you take a retainer? I got $5 on me. I can pay for that. Listen, we love to have fun, man, and part of our journey is having fun. That's why we talk all the time about journey, you being with us. If you're going through something, I understand it. Quit comparing your journey to other people's journey. You are uniquely wonderful, fearfully made by God. You are beautiful. The blueprint for success is within you. Know that we love you. Please, I'm telling you, reach out if you need to talk any time of day. That's how much we love and think about you. Know that we love you. More importantly, more than anything else in this world, please know how much God loves you.
The law offices of Vingan, Mason, and Donick are coming up next here on 102.5 The Game.